and welcome back to Belmont Bunch. Tonight, finally getting to these recaps, and honestly, my work has been so soul-crushing that I am excited to talk about these two Islanders losses, because I get to vent. The Isles lose another two. I think it's 4 or 5 in a row. I don't care. They stink, and I'm really sweating this offseason. So, first game, Buffalo. First of all, Ilya Sorokin. Okay, I'm not going to put it on him, but Ilya Sorokin losing me, the Islanders losing me my fantasy hockey playoff game. Thank you very much, New York Islanders, for that. I was foolish to believe they could show any fight against the Buffalo team that actually has been pretty good recently. The Isles were awful. They were extremely fortunate to get 3 goals. Adam Pelech was responsible almost solely for the first goal against. Took a couple of penalties in the first period. Awful from Adam Pelech. No one escapes criticism here. Except Ilya Sorokin. No, I'm kidding. Adam Pelech, awful first period. The Isles somehow come out of it tied, even though they were crap, with a Matt Barzal goal. Second period, they were awful, giving away chances, not creating any of their own. There was I think on the fourth goal, like a nice little slip pass through where the Islanders I think it was Dobson. Dobson was awful this 2-game stretch. For all the offense, which has been great this year, and he's definitely taken a step. More confident player. Needs to be better defensively, though. Abysmal in his own zone. Abysmal's probably harsh because I'm in the moment of 2 games where I thought he was terrible. So I will just say not good enough in his own zone for now. The Isles, the Tage Thompson one was like amazing, so I'll give them that. The Isles did the right thing though by losing this game. Not for draft stock, for Rick Jeanneret. One more fun Buffalo game for him to call. Good on the Islanders. Morally, a good loss. From that perspective. Isles were down, I think, 4-1. Got 2 back, and Noah Dobson, again, you get to see the upside. Just goes right through the defense, backhand top corner. That was really cool. Kiefer Bellows got a puck bounced off him that just barely went over the line. Take it. I think he had 2 points in these 2 games, so hey. We took him over Tage Thompson, who has 35 goals. Anyway. Yeah, there's not much more to say. They got it close for a second, and they gave up a goal immediately, and then they lost. The Carolina game. I almost went to this game. Got assigned something for work as part of my work from hell weekend. It's like work from home, but it's hell. And the Isles did not show up to the first period, gave up 2. Did tie the game, and did look actually good in the second period. But the third period was a complete disaster. And I know it was alumni weekend, and, the announcers are having fun. They're meeting their idol. Shannon's job is to stay, peppy and, kind of... Her job's not to critique the team. And she did that. But I was more annoyed than usual. I'm not usually annoyed at Shannon. I was annoyed just because there was so much pro-Islander propaganda of man, what a weekend, having such a... I'm not having a good time. I'm watching this fucking team. This team's awful. Varley, really, the goal... It's not the goalies recently. They're giving up a ton of goals recently, first off. Second off, they just aren't... I was worried because they got the goaltending this year. They still are going to miss the playoffs by 20 points. That is really, really alarming. And that should show to Lou, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this team needs major improvements. Offensively and defensively. We think of them as a good defensive team. No, they are an elite goaltending team that really, really needs to figure out the defense, because I'm starting this new theory of... I'm not starting this. I'm starting to believe that you just wear out a goalie for too long and he becomes crap. And John Gibson is my case study. Cam Talbot, although Cam Talbot's rebounded. John Gibson's still not kind of... the goalies really, really can't be the only thing keeping this team going. Look, the Rangers were kind of like that most of the year, but at the deadline, they kind of added what they needed to. They got a little bit of scoring depth, got a little bit of grit, and I mean, I if I were a Ranger fan, I think I'd wish that they got a better backup. But hey, they filled almost every need. For the Islanders, it's a big offseason. Barzal's on a bridge deal. They got to sign Dobson. Are you going to trade Varley? If you do, you could get assets back, good. But you're going to have to then sign a backup. And that is like, it's like teasing because it feels like it's easy. Oh, yeah, you get a 1 year on a vet. But I got to look at the goalie market, but I don't remember it being fantastic. So, yeah, there's a lot of questions. And, if my dream of signing Johnny Gaudreau to a $16 million a year deal is to come true, then they're going to have to move Josh Bailey, sacrifice a draft pick. And I don't know. That's where we start from. Anyway, yes, really, really difficult to watch. Defensive breakdowns. The game winner in the Carolina game. We talked about some defensive breakdowns here. Game winner in the Carolina game. Nobody in front of the net. Oh, Teuvo Teravainen into the front. Max Domi goal. Good stuff, Isles. Then a couple empty nets. Really tired of it. Barry Trotz was not happy. He said his team's turning into whiners. I do not like this atmosphere. Mom, pick me up. I'm scared. I do not like it. Not a lot of things going right now. Oh boy, the end of the year is making me real nervous about the offseason. So that's another happy episode from Belmont Bunch. I'm happy it finally got out. I'm happy I'm not doing work right now. I'm going to have to get back to it. But at least I got this. So, from Belmont Bunch, I wore my ugliest jersey today for one of the ugliest couple of games to recap of the year. Goodbye. Oh, link in the description for the audio version of this as well. James, see, I did it.